All right. So this is a clip of this is a VOD of Lag playing ballpoint in tower control. He says that he won, but he made some mistakes. I'm gonna see if I can find those mistakes, and see if we can figure out what is the we'll figure out what the best course of action for him to take here is. So Lag's playing ballpoint. I know that Lag loves to play splatlings and backline weapons and things like that. So I expect like the positioning to be really conservative. I mean, ballpoint's a weapon that can definitely be aggressive, but I expect Lag to be kind of playing to his advantages here. Playing to his advantages here before I even go any further. Playing into his advantages here and making like the right choices. So some things to note, right? In terms of range, like our team, right? Our blue team, we have so much range on them. We have the ballpoint, right? We have this thing right here, which has a good range. Right next to the ballpoint, we have the pro, right? These are our range weapons that we have here, right? On the other team, right, they don't have range. They have one range weapon right here in the 96. And then you can kind of pseudo count this as range right here just because the splatter shot has that long range option, but then we've got two big bubblers. So in terms of like range, like you should definitely be winning basically every fight here, if that makes sense. The reason this game was difficult was because I was fighting Fantar. That makes sense too, right? So let's keep going. So we should be winning the range fight every single time. This is a tower control. So what I expect you, if you're coming over here, I don't expect you to drop. I expect you to actually be providing like cover fire, like right over here, right? This is where I'm expecting you to be trying to cover. That's what I think I would do. That's what I expect you to be doing. But let's see what you're going to start doing here. Oh, he doesn't drop. He actually goes over into the backline stack, right? You see someone coming up here? I know you see it. Good kill. Trying to cover their stack as well. Okay, right here. What you're doing really good. And I think a lot of people who are wanting to learn like splatlings and play backline weapons and things like that should learn and should know is that we have like two sources of cover here, right? Our first source of cover is going to be like right here. And we can push all the way up to that, right? We can push all the way up to that. And we can just hide behind that, and then we can peek, right? But actually, you have three sources of cover here, and you're doing something that I think a lot of like players who are like newer to the game or lower level to the game don't actually understand to do when they're playing a splatling, and it's something that you can actually take advantage of as a splatling that you can't really take as much advantage of as like something like a charger or a stringer. They can do it to some extent, but not nearly as well as you can do it here as a splatling, because we have that first block right here, but that cover is not safe because they can literally right here, they can climb up right here and they can just kind of kill you, right? So you don't want them to be able to climb up and kill you from right there. So instead of actually using that block as a splatling, because you have run speed, you have mobility, you're actually posting up right here, right? Gosh, getting used to this pencil is gonna take some time. You're posting up right here. This block right here is golden for splatlings, and you were using it perfectly. The reason is because you can fall back off onto this block and use the entire stack as cover. You can fall down right here if you really want to. But the other thing that's really important is that all of this right here, all of this is cover. Right? Like all of this is cover. You're on a hill, you're on a slope. No one can actually see you, right? So like all of these flank routes that people can take, right? All of these flank routes that people can take. Oh my gosh, I need to get that off the screen. All these flank routes that people can take right here. People love to flank from this area. You know, people love to climb up right in this area. And you're just covering all of it by standing right there and using that hill to go back and forth. Because of the curling bomb from the roller here as more of a precaution. Absolutely, but again, that first block, that top block right here, it's good. Like, this is a good block to use, but it's not something that you want to be relying on all the time if you don't have to, when you have all of this space right here to use. You have all the space to utilize. You've got good run speed. You've got good mobility. I think that this is a spot that chargers can't utilize as well as something like a Splatling can. So I like that you're using this. You got the pick. You saw that the, I think it was the junior that you killed was supposed to, I think the junior was trying to come up and climb up, and you saw it. You were able to jump, pick them off, and you're still safe. Your entire team is not alive. Your splatter shot is down, but you're actually in a good position here. Good. So you paint over the curling bomb that you see come from the roller. That's always a really good precaution. Everyone's using Ninja Squid right now. There's no reason for you to not paint that. The block there isn't that good in neutral where there's flanks, especially against brushes and rollers. Absolutely. Anything that can fire over a ledge or can provide pressure over a ledge will kill you there, which is why you only want to play that block in advantage. And I think a lot of people at the lower level like to try to play that block. So you're just being precautious. You get the hit. You know that they're up here, so you're going to have to back up and hold your ground. You actually see that they drop, so your block is safe now. Okay. So you've got good instincts as a player. You walk up. This is something that we all do. I'm gonna see if I can rewind just a little bit. I really like this moment right here because right here. So you see the roller. You know it's there. They don't have their special yet, but they're about to pop it. Right? They're gonna paint for their special right now. They're gonna pop it. How risky that was. Yeah. No, this is something we tunnel vision. We're like, because you... Oh, man, all right. You're standing, like, up here already, right? You drop down here because you know that there's a roller. You paint all of this, and you're like, okay, the roller's not there. Your mind is focused on the roller. So when you do see the roller, like, right over here, you're like, okay, I need to kill that person, right? Like, you absolutely think that you need to kill that person. So you go try to kill the roller, and this is what happens, right? You walk up into the big bubbler, right? Was that even the roller's big bubbler, or is that the juniors? I don't know. It's a big bubbler. You know there's a roller there. You're like, you know what? I'm going to provide pressure, and I'm going to shoot this big bubbler, make it smaller, make their space not as safe, right? And then you see the curling bomb come up, and you're like, oh, shoot, I need to get out of here. So what you do, instead of going back up on top of your stack, you don't know where anyone is. You have zero vision. And this is another thing. A lot of times people will play and they'll be like, oh, well, I should just go back up here, right? A lot of people think that they should just go back up there, but this isn't safe. Nothing around you is safe. You have one teammate down, they have one teammate down, but you're actually way more vulnerable. Any of these other weapons can jump on you, and if they get the first shot at you, you're kind of dead. So I like that you don't actually make the decision to go back up onto the stack. I like that you make the decision to back up and go to snipe, like a more you know, a safer option. You go all the way back here. You know that you're safe back here, and there's nothing that they're able to do. You've got a bird's eye view. Ooh, okay. So let's go back here because I'm a little bit confused about that jet. You have jet. Okay, they don't have vacuum up yet. Oh no, they're using vacuum. Okay, maybe that's just because I didn't notice that they started popping vacuum. Because like I'm like, okay, I think that would have been a good jet because you're like, oh, they're pushing in. You know, this is a great spot to jet, but it's just like a bad a bad moment, right? This is a mistake. We don't do this because they have an ink vac. They basically get this push for free. There's no reason to jet here if you realize, but you're probably still a little bit flustered about how much you almost died by the roller there, so you're just trying to kind of recover and take some space for your team. They then get their Zuka and they pop it immediately at you, right? So I don't think this is a bad decision because they did not have Zuka, and I don't think that you can just wait, right? You would have absolutely waited out the vac. I don't think you can actually just wait out. If you're already in jet, you know, you just back up and try to provide pressure. I think you did the right thing here. I think that they just capitalized on your mistake. And this is just like a moment where, you know, you're gonna get taken out when you make a mistake like that, right? So what we should be doing right now is we should be painting. We should try to stop a tower push, but we should just be painting for an advantage. Good look there. Good look there. Like, I don't really need to tell you about any kind of like mechanical things or anything like that. Your aim is good. It's more about like awareness of what should be happening. So they have another Zuka, and we don't know where the splatter shot is, do we? We think that they're over on the right, but we're not entirely sure if that's where they're at. That is roller. You get the roller. Nice. There they are. So shot is right under you. You want to kill them? Absolutely. Oh, that was Junior, actually. No. Okay, I want to go back and see this, because now there's like a lot to talk about. There's like quite a bit to talk about here. Alright, we take this space back. I like that. Okay, perfect. So if I rewind like 3 seconds, you're gonna do something where you look over there, you see your teammate died, and you realize, absolutely, at this very moment, I am not safe. So they're gonna pop bubbler on tower. They think it's free, but they just kind of die for it. So if I look for 2 seconds, you see the X. The X is right here, right? That X is like, yeah, there's someone over there lurking. In fact, if I was you, I would think it's either the roller or the shot. You look, you see that your teammate's dead. It's the dually squelchers. You don't see. There's a wave breaker right here, right? There's a wave breaker right here. So anything in this like general area, you should have vision on. And because you have vision on it, they've either avoided it or they've left. So this makes this area no longer safe. You really quickly recognize that and you back up. Like it. So I think it was actually the Junior, because here's the roller. So again, you think to yourself, they didn't go there last time, they'll probably go this time. You take it, you get easy kill. There's the shot right there, and then the Junior climbs up on the side. So you're gonna get the same kill on the Junior that you did in the very beginning of the game, but you know that shot has used its Ink Zuka, so you can actually safely inkjet now. So it's exactly what like Logan was saying earlier. It's like you've got to wait it out for the Zuka before you jet. Absolutely. The specials provide a lot of the similar kind of pressure, but you absolutely are weak. You're absolutely weak to them, and they are absolutely not weak to you. So really good job waiting out the Zuka, providing your Fizzy in the right area, just helping out your team, firing, painting their feet. Really good. You seem hesitant here to take tower. Lag, why are you hesitant to take tower? That I'm just curious as to like what your thought process here is as to why you're not taking tower. Is it just because other people are jumping on it, and if they're gonna be on it, then I don't need to? Because I mean, that's a fine mentality to have. You wanna get that kill easy, nice. I backed up because I saw suction. Oh, on the bottom, yeah, got you. I don't think you would have died if you were on tower in the back, though. Okay, perfect. I was like, without help, you don't live here. Shred that. That's okay. Let's back up. I like this. So this is a good inkjet spot. I think that it's a little bit hard as a ball point, because this is a very difficult corner to get out of as a ball point. Like if you're like a spray shooter, right? Like you right here, if you were a spray shooter, you can just spray like anything in this direction and just leave, right? If you have a burst bomb, you can just spray in that direction and leave. Right now you have to charge. You have a 96 right here, right up above you. You've got this big bubbler right here. You've got a teammate helping you out, but this is like a really precarious situation that if you're at like most other jet weapons, you probably make it out, aside from ballpoint and tri-slosher. Like old sploosh not sploosh, old splash easily makes it out from there. Old Tenatech also easily makes it out from there. But so you've kind of recognized, in my opinion, you've probably recognized that you're like, I'm dead here, so let me provide as much value as I possibly can to my team, because I probably will die. Yeah, you see the bomb here? That bomb took away all of your time to think. So you're like, I just have to make a decision. And I think you make the right decision. You shred this, you take one person with you, and you die. I think that's the right decision. And you guys, I mean, you got 2 off of that. So, I mean, it's an even trade. I think it's fair. I think it's fine. So actually in our last VOD review, I kept harassing Anki because Anki was looking down all the time. And like, I think you have like not only a very good habit, but the opposite habit is that you're not only looking up, but you're looking around. Like Anki would look around, but he's also looking at the ground very often. You, on the other hand, are very often looking up. You're looking around. You're making decisions very quickly. You're just like recognizing, okay, I'm gonna die here. Let me just do what I can. I know I can get that kill. And your team kind of cleans that up. You guys are a little less than even, but I think that you're fine. Your pro can hold this. So right here, this is what I'm talking about. You come here, and you point your camera angle like upwards. By pointing your camera angle upwards, here's what you see. I believe you see if this is the time, right? Okay, perfect. So you see a roller right here. No, that's not a roller. That is another weapon, because I see the roller like right over here. That is definitely roller paint over there. And if I'm not mistaken, right here on the tower, right here, there's either paint or there's actually someone about to hop on the tower. So you can see everything everywhere that everyone is. And the last really important thing that you can see right here is a curling bomb, right? So you see everything on the map. And so you're going to make a decision to throw the fizzy bomb. A lot of people are too afraid to just shark and poke with bombs. And so if you're newer in this game, one thing I can tell you, just shark and poke with bombs and things will work out. I promise you. It's kind of weird to think like, oh, I'm just going to shark and poke with bombs. But like, if you poke with bombs, you're forcing people to move out of positions, right? So you're doing the exact right thing by throwing bombs where you know people want to stand. You're checking your flank. That was really good. I'm sorry, I need to like rewind that by like 3 seconds. It's really good that you check this flank though. Like really, really good, right? Right there. You just look to the left for 2 seconds. Looking to the left for 2 seconds could have been the difference between living and dying, because you can't see everybody from where you're at right now. You don't know where everyone is. And yeah, okay. Good. Not a whole lot to say about that, because this video is already long. What kill was that? Okay. Oh my gosh, what a dangerous situation you're in. Hello? I think you probably prepared to jet, and then you saw the roller right when you were about to click right stick anyways, right? You click right stick and you see the roller at the same time. You're avoiding all of those things. 3 people are dead. Last person is like coming out of their base. And you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Backing off of that tower. Very good. Kill the sprinkler. Paint this. I don't think you saw the person come down on your left. You're seeing all these people though. Okay. Calling the ouch. You dude crabs. You may make it out. Yeah, when you don't see much, you always want to recheck the flank. There's someone on the right. Is there? Is there not someone on the right? Yeah. You knew. Okay. Yeah, it's like I don't have to stop very often, because a lot of the things that you're doing we've talked about already, all the good things. In terms of like mistakes, Yeah, I think that was like it's it's funny, right? The one time you don't check, you get killed, right? Every other time you've checked this game, they're never there. The one time you don't check, um the one time you don't check, you get killed, right? Panic packing is really bad, but like overall, I don't see you making like bad mistakes, horrible mistakes. I see you making a logical decision without recognizing like the full game state, right? Like a lot of these times where you're dying and a lot of times where you're making these mistakes, it's like these are understandable mistakes because there's so much information to take in. So it's like I don't know if you need to like take into any situation like maybe your next improvement is not mechanical. It's not necessarily game knowledge. It's just awareness. Forgetting about the roller from the previous. Yeah, no, that happens to everybody, right? So that's an awareness thing. That's an awareness thing, and just like object permanence, right? Awareness and object permanence are like good. We've taken lead. That is, I guess, not the most risky drop because Roller's dead. So I can tell you look at the HUD quite a bit. Good jet. I think this is like an aggressive jet that you need to do. Like obviously I would want you like hitting those shots behind you. Oh, it doesn't matter. They got the tower. I would obviously want you hitting those shots, but it's an aggressive jet that like works out very, very well. You want to just make them leave the tower. You want to make them feel frantic because they only have 2 seconds left to win. Overall, I don't think that any of your mistakes in this game are big or large. I think that your mistakes are minor. They're awareness based. But you're obviously like doing the right thing. You know your way around the weapon. You're using your 2 fire modes properly. You're holding angles. You know, I think that you're doing good. 4, right? Yeah, like you had 15 kills, 4 deaths. Like I don't think that you were doing anything wrong there. I think you did a really good job. A lot of people can learn from how you practice awareness by just looking around. I think that you can just continue to like take a deep breath in those frantic situations when you need to get back into mid and just say like what happened last time.